Thought I'd make a quick video of the 1997 Saturn SL2 that I own. I've owned it for about, 3 months now. And it's been a great little car. And I didn't see a complete overview on any, YouTube channel at all. So I figured I'd just make one. And this can be, setting the standard for this particular vehicle. So let's just hop in. I think it's the Mystic White is the paint color. I'll check that in a minute. But on the inside, it's this cloth seating. Very nice and comfortable. I don't think this car came with floor mats, but I purchased this car, secondhand. So the floor mats that did come with the car are this consistent, like a rubber type floor mat. This car currently has 183,657 miles on it, and it's been a great little car for the amount of time that I've owned it. I had to put a new windshield wiper motor in. I had to get the rear drum brake, bearings replaced. They were leaking brake fluid, so I had to get those replaced. I got all 4 tires new around the front. Rotors and brake pads have been changed, and it's been a great vehicle. I take it out maybe once a week. This is like my secondary car, my my play around, throw around car on the weekends, and fun trips and things like that, short trips. This isn't a car that I would recommend taking on long distances until you really know the vehicle. Usually you want to wait at least 6 months to a year before taking a new vehicle on long trips, just to be entirely sure that the car can handle it. This being in 1997, it's 28 years old now. So you really want to be careful with something like this. It's got, standard visors. I put this here, just a dash mat, because I have a dash camera. I want to make sure that the reflection isn't, terrible. This is the glove box. It's actually very big for this type of economy vehicle. It's got the console handbrake here, which is very nice. The rear is actually quite roomy. There are a couple stains in the back, but I did run a Bissell wet vacuum through the vehicle, and I did the best I could to get the stains removed. So it works for me. I'm just driving this car by myself, really. I don't have anybody else, coming in and wanting to get into this vehicle. Manual, almost everything. Manual windows, manual locks, manual high beams. They don't stay on automatically. You got to flick them back. Like a newer car, you just, press to pass, if you will. These, you can't do that. You have to turn them on and turn them off again. It's got a rear defroster here, which works great. This vehicle is equipped, that's my note to remove the dash cam, because the cigarette lighter is always powered. This was a time where vehicles didn't have, electronic accessories to use. You had cigarette, lighters. So this car didn't come with the cigarette lighter, but it came with the port. It's always powered, so if you keep the dash cam plugged in, you're going to drain the car battery. So I have that note there to remember to take the dash cam out of the cigarette lighter so it doesn't drain the battery. I have a couple cassettes in here that I use. I just bought one because I wanted to see if the darn thing worked, and it works surprisingly well. If I just turn on the accessory, the key to the accessory slot in the ignition, I'll have it run to turn the air on. But yesterday it was unseasonably warm for late March in southeastern Pennsylvania. It was 84 degrees was the high yesterday. So I took the car out for a little quick drive just to see if the air conditioning works. And after, 3-4 minutes of driving, works perfectly fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the car up. This is the twin or the dual overhead cam engine. Starts right up. Turn the air off. Pop the hood. And we'll just take a look at it. I'll go into the trunk later, show you what's in there, what kind of room's in the trunk. If I do that now, I'll have to do that later. That's the interior. Needs new washer fluid. Put a new horn in there because the old horn had been corroded. Got a new battery in there too. You can see the head gasket is a little bit leaky. So that's something to keep in mind if you own one of these. Just change the oil regulator. Transmission fluid's nice and pink. Put the hazard lights on so you can see what they look like. Turn those off, come around to the trunk. Just have clothing in here, but it's a very spacious trunk. It goes all the way to the back. I'm touching the back now, so it's a pretty deep trunk for a small economy car like this. It actually needs a nice good cleaning here. It wasn't cleaned at all in that section. I had to get the front windshield replaced just a month ago or so. Windstorm really bad, knocked up a piece of debris and cracked the A-pillar and the bottom of the windshield, like right there. So I said, you know what? Let me just call Safe Light and get that replaced. We got General tires on the back here and BF Goodrich's, which are brand new. See the whole car's plastic, so I have to get that remediated. Automotive touch-up paint does a really good job. Paint code's actually in the trunk there. I'll just give you a nice look under the car. I had some rust remediation done. We're at right back up here. So you can see all the, the standard rear trailing arm rust goes on both sides. Expect to pay around, $500 to $1,000 to get that done. My local auto body did the two rear trailing arms rust remediation. They bolted some type of sheet metal or whatever they did. Put the the wax, the rust deterrent wax on it, and it's working fine. That jingle is actually the window handle for the manual window. You can get that screwed in a little bit so it doesn't rattle, but I don't mind it. Just want to be careful with little kids because there's a propensity with children to stuff change in the doors. The passenger side door started making a rattling sound. I found, 35 cents in change in there just jingling around, so I had to take a screwdriver, get the door open, remove the change. And the car works great. Maybe the coolant temperature sensor or whatever the gauge that they use is a little older. It might be faulty, but it gets up to temperature, probably about in between where it's at now and the center, so it will get up to temperature eventually. Other than that, I've had no issues with this car whatsoever. It works great. Right, so we're going to start her up, go for a quick drive. So the rear speakers are broken, but I just have a disc in there. Usually if I turn it off and on again, it'll, yeah, stop. Around the block, nothing fancy. Shifts very nice. So, drives quite smoothly.